I'm going to ask our usual first question to first-time guests on this show, and that is to invite you to cast your mind back to youth and childhood. And if there are any moments during your early years that, in looking back, you might say, oh, that was a precursor, a harbinger of what direction my life would take in terms of spiritual practice, spiritual exploration, etc. Love to hear about them.
Okay, interesting question. So if I go back to my childhood, I thought about two practices that I used to practice as a child. And one was I loved to go for long hikes and get lost. And I think that kind of, I don't know if it's kind of training one's own courage or willingness to not know and to be lost. I think that's, for me, that's very much part of the spiritual journey, and kind of looking back, I said, wow, this is interesting. And that I, you know, kind of practiced, did myself this kind of practice as a child. And the other thing that is related is there's like a 1 kilometer, so 2/3 of a mile walk from my home to my elementary school. We live at the bottom of a village, and the school is at the top of the hill. Mm-hmm. And in my childhood, there was just a dirt road, a one-lane asphalt road leading to the school. And I used to try to see how far I can walk on the way there, on the way back, with my eyes closed. And that to me is also, now thinking back, you know, that's an interesting practice of training myself to walk with my eyes closed. I think is an interesting metaphor for the spiritual journey or spiritual seeking. So that these are, to me, the other thing is, I remember that as a child, I wanted to be, when people ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? It was either an astronaut or a diver. And both of these kind of point at, get me out of here.
Well, closing your eyes is also kind of related, it seems to me.
And it shows aspiration in the vertical direction.